I'm up the wrong thing, and then human skin art. So I promised myself that I'd go over on how to do different mods and things like that, and I'm currently working on one. I'm not sure if I'm going to release it because I've been scrapping a lot of it. I think what I'm going to do is try to work around it. Work around and do like I'll do like a 3 different like steps for the mod or something like that. Or I don't know. I'll get when I get closer to actually releasing it. I don't know. Maybe I'll think about how I'm gonna do it. But anyways, the skins. The skins should be very easy. Here's one that I got right here. So let's say you're gonna go in and make a skin. The skins should be very easy. I suggest using GIMP. And creating templates like this. Like if you go through here, I got a few templates. And some of them, I believe it's only 2 for the sheriff's department. And then I used to have a constable one here, but I believe that's in a different file set. Anyways, this is very simple. You create your thing. So let's say I went in here and let's do this. Go in here, open it up. Then go in like open as layers, and then we'll do something like we'll open up this one. Yeah, sure, that's great. Actually, that's not good because black on black it won't show very well. One of my neighbor's dogs won't shut the fuck up. I can't really talk shit because I used to have a dog, but their dog just won't shut the fuck up. They're very annoying people, annoying family. Anyways, this is what I use. Anyways, you can kind of get it. I set up got like a badge and stuff and all that stuff out of the ranks. Either way, you can go through here. Different stuff I've got. Just do something like that, build up a skin, you go to File, Save. Now, one of the key things when you're saving stuff is that you can really only use a JPEG, which would be something like that, or a what is it, TGA, I want to say? Anyways, use stuff like that. Um, yeah, I'll also show you too, if you go through here, and you edit using this, it should give the names under here. So this will be all the ones for JPEG. GIFs I don't believe work. Bitmaps sometimes work. These will sometimes work for which game or which type of skin you're doing. The PNG won't. TGA is not under here, but I probably have one somewhere around here on my game files. There's probably a TGA somewhere. I must have used it once. You can also use DDSs, but that's very complicated. As there's a bajillion ways to save a DDS, because it's I always said like a group of files. But anyways, now when you're actually talking about going and creating like an actual skin, it's pretty simple. Like I've gone over that with the old video, but like you might want to do like new skin. I can't seem to spell correctly. New and def. I wouldn't really worry about spaces as it doesn't really bother anything here. But yeah, in here it won't really bother anything. Anyways, you get the idea. Now, if you have a new skin, whatever you saved it as, you don't really have to worry about. Like, for instance, let's say if I wanted to make this one a skin, all I'd have to do is just be like, just take this, rename, copy it so you get the exact name, and then delete, and then replace this with that. I wouldn't worry about this. I don't even know what a PSD file is, and it doesn't seem to really affect the file. Now, if you ever lose a file name, you could actually just go right in here, and it will tell you where's that. Or if let's say you go into a file and it's completely blank, none of these should have that problem though. At least I don't think they should. Yeah, none of them on this mod will have it. You'll come into something that would have. Basically, it would look something like this when you come into it. Um, if you come in here and there'll be something like this, and you don't see any skins, as I saw that one, so I didn't know what the hell that meant or was. It's gonna say something here, and it's gonna read something like this, where it'd be. So you go in your texture file, and then it would give the where it would go. So if you ever open it up, you're gonna find something like this. I probably should have thought this ahead of time before I did the video, but anyways, you'll find something where it should appear like this in the directory. Where's yeah, it'll look something like that. There's sometimes there might be like a question mark here. I've seen that before. So like when you open it up, it would look something like this, where you won't be able to necessarily. It won't be in the file, but you won't be able to find it. And you would be looking for it, and you won't know where it is. But now you just come in here, you track what is the difference? You go to texture, and after like, and if the first one's like human skin, then you obviously know it's in this folder. And then if it says something like model being here, and then if it was something like construction, no, most of the stuff isn't mine. I took it from a few mods and stuff like that, and I put a couple together, and I things like that. So no, I didn't really. So I didn't make all this stuff. It's interesting that they have the that. Not a whole lot of people know that Red Cross in foreign countries is that because that's considered a threat. It's not threatening, but Christians aren't looked too favorably upon throughout the entire world. So they usually use that as they want to have a symbol of peace that's universal. Anyways, that's basically how you set up a skin. Now, another person was asking me about helmets. I'll probably have like a 5 minute interval time between this. And then also bodies the same thing as helmets. I'll go over the process for both just so that way you can see what I'm talking about. But here, actually, you know what? I was working on a police helmet, a police hat. Where's the police hat? There we go, police cover. Have all sorts of stuff in here, right? Yeah. Yep. So where's oh ha, I'm an idiot. Set stuff head. Where's head? Okay. So it'll be in this directory right here. It'll be mods, whatever the mod name is, resource set stuff, blah 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 blah. And then at the end here would be whatever the directory is. It should be in like inventory, and then whatever you're gonna put it. If you're making like, it might be like, for instance, Star Wars. I think it's entity, Star Wars, inventory, something, and so on and so forth. Either way, you know, whatever. But essentially, how you're gonna go about creating a head, or a body, or basically anything that you want him to put on himself. What you're gonna do is you want to create a copy here, and then go over here and create a copy. Now, this one, you cannot have any spaces. So, for instance, if I did something like this, that won't pick up. I'll be able to do everything correctly, but in the game, it'll show up and you'll be able to pick it up. When you pick it up, it turns into like a dummy object, which is like a 3D circle with like a caution or explanation mark in it. So yeah, that's why you can't have a space, but you can have those. Those do work. But anyway, you'd want to name it whatever you want, and then just, okay, I might want to copy that so I get the exact thing. And then just like a human skin, you're gonna go into the def and rename it. But the difference is that you have to go over here, rename this file also to that, then go into edit. That should be right here. This is gonna say entity, and this is what links. That's what links this file to this folder, and then when you go in here, you want to go select this, and then link the item to the. Basically, this links that, and then essentially when you do that, you're just linking this one to that one and that one to this one, so that way you'll be able to go back and forth. Either way, no, I'm just gonna get rid of this. I could do, yeah, make two. Don't worry, that's nothing wrong. I was just making two of these. Oh, I forgot about the hat badge I designed for this hat. Anyways, so that's how you go and you do the hats. Weapons are the exact same thing. You'll just go in a pistol, and then you go into weapon over here. The only difference being is that they'll have to match each other. So it's basically doing the hat thing all over again. Except the only difference is, let me go on a pistol. Where's pistol? There we go. Is that when you open this up, you'll have it right here. Because sometimes it'll change or be description, or what was it over here? It was entity. This one was item. Now this one's description. Either way, it's just so that way. It's made to link the files together, or else you would never find it. And then on here. Actually, here's a perfect example. You know I was telling you about the texture? or not the texture, the texture. There's also another thing called sound too, and sound works is it's like the reversal of a texture. But anyways, you see how it says that? Then you know, it might be, yeah, it's in weapon. Oh, or is it? Should be in sound. Oh, I don't know where that is. I'll have to go through here. Oh wait, you know what? Maybe it's not supposed to make a sound. Either way, that's I actually don't know where that is located. I thought it was under sound. I don't personally work in audio a whole lot, but B mainly because I don't really do a whole lot with editing guns. But you could definitely do that. I'll probably go a little bit more in depth in this, but this is mainly just to grab a lot of stuff, and I don't really do a whole lot of stuff with weapons. I do a lot more with head and then body stuff. Like over here. Oh, actually, this would be a great one to show you because one of these has this thing. This is one of sometimes you're gonna go into a file that has no textures, but you'll see this. What you're gonna do whenever you see this, when I was talking about, was you're just gonna go through textures, common. That's gonna say model. Anyways, it should be under one of these. But yeah. Anyways, you're gonna go under that, then find circas. There should be a folder. Then there'll be like a folder here, and then I'll say circa, and then you're just gonna keep following the directory. I don't know why this is circa 1, but anyways, yeah, you kind of get the idea there. So yeah, right here it says model. So you're gonna go under model, and then there should be a thing that says Cirrus Police. There we go. Perfect. See? And then that will link together. I need to redo that one because I didn't realize I left that tan when I did that. So the looks kind of awkward because there's a gray, there's that color pistol holster on the armor. Oh well. Anyways, so that's what happens when you see that. And then obviously this is the same again. You're gonna go under def, and you'll notice that there you go. See, it's item just like I think it was the. I need a little bit of room. Anyways, it's like set out. Anyways, I'll see the comment between how that stuff and then the head or and some of the other stuff for death. And then the last one would be set. This is like if you want to. This is like if you want to go ahead and you want to have a unit with a name that you can spawn in. And how this one's the most complicated because I always see people screw this up, and I think it's because people don't know how to do it. But when you do a breed, what a breed is that thing where you go into it says like human and it's MP, and then it'll be like whatever you can spawn. I usually see people either do one thing. They'll either get everything right and all the breed files right, but they won't do it, or they'll create a game. I suggest not doing a game because you can't go outside of the game to edit it, and plus it's in the original game file, which means that when you turn the mod off, you never turn those off, meaning that you're still going to have like, you do like a Star Wars one, you're still on the Star Wars stuff, except you won't be able to have the proper name for it, so it's going to show up really dumb. Luckily, in I think it's Battle of Empires or Battle of whatever, 14 to 14, I think it's 1914, 1918, or whatever the World War One Men of War game is. They have a fix for that. Either way, anyways, you go into here, and this is when you can go and you go edit, and you can edit all the attributes and stuff like that. And yeah, it's very simple. And then when you go over here, oh, did I get out of this? Crap, I did. Anyways, you want to go and find a desk language file. I call it language file because I don't know what the hell LNG stands for, and that's just easy thing. It's like a code word for me to remember by. Anyways, what on the left side you're gonna want to match up using this side, so that way so as this spelt is in here, should copy this. So for instance, special agent copy. Then where's special agent? Yeah, see, look, no difference. Matches it perfectly. Whoop-de-doo. Everything's matches. And then over here is where you want to appear in game. So like for instance, when you go through the list, you're gonna see like Rifleman 1, Rifleman 2, and Rifleman 3, I think it is. For the base game guys, but when you spawn in, it might be like Assault Rifleman or Fire Team Rifleman or some whatever dumb name they are. I think it's like Assault Team. It's like I think like one of the commanders is like Assault Squad leader, and the other one's like a squad leader or whatever. But Anyways, that's how that works. Pretty simple. Just pretty simple thing, but it's hard to learn. Takes a long time. It took a long. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I forgot about that. If you want to put in a custom like language or custom names into it, you want to go into the in-game language file, and there should be a thing through here. Yeah, right here. It will actually give you the ones for all the names and stuff, which is pretty interesting. The only thing though is if you want to put an in-game language, you want to make sure that this matches, but you're gonna have a name, right? And it's not gonna work unless if you actually go to sound, then human. I think it's under talk, right? Yeah, and then you do like police. I'm gonna get rid of that because I don't use that, and there's no point in me even having that. But anyways, please, and then there you go. Actually, I'm gonna bring that back just because in case I'm gonna strip this first and get everyone else's stuff out because I don't want to steal anyone's stuff. You know, it's basically what this mod is, but just but yeah. Christian. I wonder why that's. Oh, you know why? Because I never deleted the last one because I put in the U.S. The last name's Christian, right? Yep. Like how there's more first names than last names. And the funny thing is that half of those are ones I threw in there. Yeah, because Gallagher's the last base game name. Anyways, yeah, you can throw names like that guy did. I have Walsh, O'Connor, McCarthy, Blake, Frank, oh, Frankery. I wanted a lot of Irish names in this game. I wanted a lot of Irish names, and I wanted a lot of kind of African American names, and a lot of it was like African, Irish, and then like native style names, just so that way I could have. Because in the base game, they're not really. They're more of like they're like more Wales than English names. I know this is gonna sound really stupid to someone to ask me or that's listening to this. The reason is because there's not a lot of names in the game in general, but I wanted to have a lot more interesting names. Plus Mario, and there's not a lot of names that go good with Mario. So this you're gonna be like Mario Griffin or some shit, Mario Russell, Mario Butler. Yeah, sure, that'd be a good name. Marcus Butler, I think you might be able to be. Anyways, that's his name. So you can kind of like if you want to add in more like names, or maybe if you want to do whatever, like for instance, you want to do like a Chinese gang and you want to have their own language and like their own names, or like if you want to do like a thing where like the where you can have be like the gang. You might be like like I don't know, like a wanted level for like the actual name of the unit that you spawn in, would have like and then have their first name relate to like what gang they're in or something like that, like the rank within the gang or the rank within the police department or whatever, like I did here with dispatcher, sergeant, captain, detective, chief, partner, and stuff like that. Because I was thinking about doing a campaign mission series thing. Either way, that's how you would do that. Most of this is pretty simple.